and justice for all.
All right, play ball. And our first speaker that we have given 15 minutes to is Diane Lenning, who is running for California Superintendent of Public Instruction. So if you would all welcome Diane Lenning.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to speak tonight, and I see friends here. It's nice to see you. You know, with 3 Democrats who are wanting to raise our taxes, cause roller coaster enrollment from one district to another, and another who's union-backed that wants more of the same and do the union bidding, we need a Republican educator who will reform education and fix our schools. And it's about time heading our way as we see the Democrat agenda is more and more of a failed agenda that people don't appreciate, and their indoctrination of many issues trying to get put into our schools. And it's time that we stand up for our kids, that we advocate for our teachers to have more money in the classroom, and that the parents have parents' rights and a stakeholding position in the education of their children. And I assure you that I will stand for that. Stand for the parents' rights, for the rights of kids to have a quality education, that they will be prepared out of high school to have a job or to go on to college, whichever they choose. And to do that, I have a plan. Now, we could easily have a list of 100 items to fix our schools, but we're not going to be able to fix 100 items in 1 or 2 terms. So I'm focusing on 4 or 5 items. And the main one is to reduce our school dropout rate. Now, on the surface, it doesn't sound like it would fix that much, but when you look underneath the surface, you see that with over a 50% dropout rate of students in California, that the statistics have just borne out that those students under 18 who have dropped out cost the state over $1.1 billion a year in crime-related expenses. And as Sheriff Lee Baca says, LA County Sheriff, and I agree, that dropout prevention is crime prevention. And it's better for our kids that they get a good education and do better in life than to get involved in crime. So it's important that we keep them in school. And secondly, we need to make sure that the curriculum is updated and in conjunction with what I call scope and sequence, in which each grade level has a certain amount of curriculum and core curriculum that is required for students to advance, and that needs to be followed so that students get all the information they need, not only to pass the California High School exit exam, but to be prepared for their life after high school and college. Now, I administered the KC myself as a teacher. I just recently retired a couple of years ago. So I have seen the test, and I know that our students should be able to pass it. Generally, overall, it's about a 10th grade level of an exam according to the curriculum. So students need to be able to have that minimum competency to get a diploma. And employers deserve a right, or have a right to know that their students who they're going to be hiring have a certain level of capabilities in their jobs. The employers are telling us they're having to retrain students because they get them and they don't have enough of the proper education and information that they need to know. So it's really important that we prepare our kids. Now, some of the reasons some of the kids, for instance, in Los Angeles Unified, where there's over 60% who have dropped out, who are dropping out, we're finding that these lower performing schools need more help with the teachers. The teachers need assistance in how to develop and work with undisciplined students so they can reach success. If you want to look up Peter's procedures online, you will see the before and after of how her technique can change the classroom. You will see how unruly, mismanaged students become managed, and then she has opportunity again to teach the teacher how to teach the curriculum, and you will see success happening in the time of about 2 weeks of this workshop training. We have a team throughout the state of California that is working with us. We have people asking to join our team because they see that we know what we're doing. With over 30 years of teaching, with experience in both LA County, working with gang members, young men ages 14 to 25. There are no surprises for me, and I come from a district, Garden Grove Unified School District, which is a national award-winning school district with most improved student scores in the nation. Now, there are a couple of others. Long Beach is one, but each year there's a new award for that. And a couple of years we were runner-up. So we know the plan with what works, and I would bring that expertise, that information and knowledge to the state level and work with the district superintendent statewide to make sure that we have safe campuses, that teachers are assisted with how to manage their undisciplined students, and that more money gets to the classroom, and that we have vocational education programs throughout the state for young people who want to graduate and then go right on to work. And we want to bring mismanaged districts into compliance. We know that the larger districts need divided up into mid-sized districts, because this will bring back more local control and better oversight of those in the neighborhoods and communities, parents and businesses who want to have more hands-on interactions with the districts. This, however, will take working with the legislature. And having just passed the baby bar last year, I know how to write legal kinds of descriptions for legislation. And I have the education experience, dovetailing with that, to provide expertise and consult with the legislature in what to write to enact the changes in education that we need. Now, it has taken 40 years from when I was, and most of you maybe here too were in school, when California was #1 in the nation. It's taken 40 years to slide down to number 48. And maybe you've heard on Meg Whitman's commercial, and I don't back either governor candidate yet, I'm just commenting on what she said, but she wants to take our educational system from worst to first. I like that. Because we can be first again, and our kids deserve it. Our kids deserve the best that we can give to them. And I'm in this because I really care about kids. I could stay home. My husband has a good job. I live close to you. You know probably where my husband's office is. And I don't have to do this, but I can't sit by and watch a failed system not provide what we need for our kids. So with that, I'm hoping you'll look me up on Facebook. I have 2 websites, and I really would appreciate your $20 a month club's a good idea, and I think it's an amount that a lot of people can afford, and statewide, if we can get people joining our club for that, I believe we can get enough money to get this campaign and make me a winner for us.